My name is Keith Strombotny. I am our Director of Business Development here at Adwerx, joined by Will Michaelov, who helps us really manage and grow the REMAX partnership. And we've been doing this both for quite a few years, so we know the REMAX network very well. Will is going to man the chat. This is, I won't say a short presentation, but it's a very structured and very specific presentation around a new product we are launching. So if you have questions, throw them in the chat. I'm going to run through this presentation and let's address questions at the end. Will, if there's something that pops up that might be, worth interrupting and stopping me for, let's certainly do that. I'm sure if one person has a question, multiple people have questions. This is being recorded, and we'll be sure to send you guys some materials afterwards via email. So don't feel like you need to, take any notes or do anything like that. We will make good use of your time, and hopefully this is interesting and new to you all. So let's go ahead and kick things off. Today we are talking about sphere marketing. And specifically, we are talking about a brand new product that Adwerx has brought to the real estate space and how you guys can utilize that to market and advertise your listings, as well as yourselves as agents, teams, and even how you might be able to use REMAX Hustle to make this process even easier. So super excited. We are launching, and we have launched, video ads. Now, if you're on this webinar, I would assume you are fairly used to Adwerx. You know what we do. You know how we advertise listings. You may have run sphere campaigns in the past. This is brand new. This is something that differs from our previous campaigns that may have been like static ad creative or even had motion. Video ads have the ability to include audio. These are true video ads, and we've built this out in such a way to make it as easy as possible for you guys to get started, but also remove basically all blockers to create video content. Video is not going anywhere. As realtors, you guys know that, but sometimes, at least in the past, it's challenging to create viable video to run ads. So I think we've done a really good job removing those blockers. Different ways you can leverage video and video ads to boost your business, promote listings, build your brand. Maybe it's for recruiting, but let's kind of run through each version of this. And then I'm also going to talk a little bit about how you can get started, what the process looks like, benefits of actually being on this webinar, and some additional discounts we're providing the REMAX network. But let's dive in. So video ads for listings. This is listing-centric video, right? All of your listings that have run through Adwerx in the past, whether they're automated or you're creating them on your own, they're static, right? But they're targeting a 15-mile radius around the property. This is very similar, but now it's true video. So although this might be small, you can see, you're creating video for listings already, most likely. Now you can upload that to an Adwerx campaign, run these in durations of, a week, all the way to 5 weeks. You can boost impressions. You can be in the video speaking. I mean, it is a true video. This video is a little lengthy, around a minute. Our system, I'll show you kind of all the details, takes up to 2 minutes. But again, this is a digital ad, running on social and the web. The shorter, the more condensed, the more relevant, the more authentic, the better. But I would consider this very similar to ads that you've run for listings in the past. When you run this type of video ad for listings, you still have the ability to add your client's email. So Adwerx has the ability to target them as they're browsing or they're looking through social media, and we can send them reporting. So it's very similar in that regard. So first is video ads for listings, geo-targeted. The second would be video ads for listing, targeting your sphere. This is brand new. We've always gotten requests over the years. Hey, you know, dropping a pin and drawing a 15-mile radius is great to help me promote and get some exposure on the property. I want to run this listing directly to my sphere contacts. And now you have the ability to do that. As you'll see with this video, they didn't do something professional. They took an array of photography, and with our system, we're able to kind of create a video, add an overlay, add branding. I'll show you how to do all that. The way that we do this, and again, hopefully you're familiar with sphere targeting, but whether you're using KV Core or Follow Up Boss, or maybe you just have your contacts in a spreadsheet or your phone, you can upload those contacts and we'll run this video ad for your listings only to those people wherever they're browsing online. Again, with this one, since it's a listing ad, we can target your seller, we can provide reporting, you know, it's very similar to what you're ideally used to. This is a third type of campaign. This is not listing centric. This is more about brand awareness for you, for the team, potentially recruiting. And these are longer term in duration, right? They don't run for a week. When you run brand campaigns, you know, ideally most of our top agents who use the Adwerx platform, they have a sphere campaign running literally at all times. Now, what you show them in terms of the video and how your sphere lists might evolve and be dynamic, that can always change. But now you're able to run video ads directly to your sphere, and it can be very short, like you saw this one. It's a quick, you know, 10, 15-second video. You know, it could be longer. You know, you can be in it speaking. Teresa here could literally be in the video, creating that kind of authentic connection, an authentic message directly to her sphere. These video ads, and we get this question quite often, you know, where do these run? These will still all run on all the different mediums and channels that you're used to with your Adwerx campaigns, from Instagram to Facebook to thousands of premium websites. It's a very robust distribution of the video. And what we've found is agents that are running video ads are getting great engagement on the video. And the reason being, I believe, is, you know, again, they're in the video, there's audio to capture attention, the click-through rates are stronger. It's just an authentic form of connecting. Now, when you're running video ads, whether it's for a listing, you know, for branding directly to your sphere, Adwerx is not lead generation, and hopefully that's clear by now, but we are a very turnkey and automated branding platform. And the reason that this works so well is that, and you guys know this just as well as I do, if not better, if you're not staying top of mind when buyers are starting that search process, you know, they forget about you. And everyone, these stats are a bit old. I believe it's over 95% are starting their home search process online. We want them thinking of you first. And the reason being is nearly all of them, the first agent they connect with is the one they end up working with. So how do you have those connections with your sphere, you know, running listing ads that are properly advertising the property, and do that at scale? This is the type of platform to do that. And there's a ton of different options to get started. And you don't need a budget that's, you know, extraordinarily large in order to do this. And the reason that this is so important for not just top agents who are producing at an extremely high level, but really any agent, is that the best agents, their business comes from their sphere, whether it's referral business, repeat business, they're talking to their neighbors. When you run sphere advertising, and again, video advertising specifically, there's not only a lift in production year over year, especially when you run advertising like this consistently, there's a lift in other marketing channels that you may be doing, whether it's email, direct mail, so on and so forth. Now, this is very interesting. This is very specific to the REMAX network. REMAX Hustle is a great platform to create content. And you can now use Hustle to build your videos, you know, whether it's personalized commercials, whether it's for a listing, maybe it's for recruiting. You can do all that in Hustle. Simply download the video, click and save, throw it on your desktop real quick, and upload your campaign directly into Adwerx. So in the past, maybe you needed a professional videographer, or maybe you had a listing walkthrough and you didn't really know how to add branding elements to it because it was shot with an iPhone or something of that nature. We've removed all those barriers, and I want to really show you how that works here in a moment. We for everyone on this webinar, there's a special coupon code that will be active until June 18th. And this will give you 20% off your campaign, in addition to your REMAX 15% discount that we have since we're partners. And it's code HUSTLE. So if you put code HUSTLE in as you're checking out a campaign, and again, I'll show you exactly where to do this here in a moment, it ends June 18th. So please keep that in mind. If you do miss that date, we are sending out a full REMAX network discount. It's 15% off video campaigns, Sphere campaigns, and it's this code engaged Sphere. So again, if you need to write this down, if you want to get something going today, completely understand. This is being recorded. We'll send it to you. We'll send you a follow-up email, so don't feel like you're missing anything. Okay, let me show you how to get started. And Will, are you still able to see my screen, even though it might be a little small?
Yes, you're good.
Awesome. Okay, so the way that you access your account, and hopefully all of you have been in your Adwerx account. If not, it's very simple. There's two methods. You can just go to remax.adwerx.com, click one button, you'll go right into your account. You can go to the Max Center, click on the Adwerx tile, it'll take you right into your account. This is what your account view will look like, right? If you have campaigns running, you want to check stats, go to My Campaigns. But what I'm really going to show you today is how to create a video ad. So when you go to Create New Ad tab, there is a laundry list of different types of campaigns. And while this can be, a little bit overwhelming, or it seems like there's many options, and there are, we've recently kind of redesigned this and color-coded this page to bucket these off for different purposes. So this first section, Promote a Listing, most everyone has seen this. Digital ads for your listing, that's what we've been doing for nearly a decade. And now there are two new options: video ads for your listing. This is geo-targeted, and this is video ads for your listings. This is contact targeting or Sphere targeting. As a brief reminder, for Sphere campaigns, and we've expanded this, and I think it's really interesting, and I've seen agents get really creative in how they use this. Previously, we've needed an email or a mobile phone number in order to target these ads to your Sphere. We can still use those two items, and they're great, and most of you have that. We can now target residential street addresses as an option. And the reason that's interesting is whether you do direct mail or postcards, or maybe you're able to pull addresses from like your top 5 neighborhoods. You don't know everyone who lives in those homes, but you really want to dominate those neighborhoods and make sure that you are the go-to realtor in those areas. You can simply upload those addresses and consider those addresses and those homes part of your Sphere, and launch video ads targeting that listing directly to specific neighborhoods, which is new, and I think it's really interesting. But let's run through this real quick just to show everyone how simple this is. If you go down to Engage Your Sphere, you'll see video ads for your Sphere. You'll hit Start New Campaign. Threw Madeline in here just because this is easy and blank. But you'll see 3 different options: upload your custom video, enhance your video with branding, and create our video template. Well, a video with one of our templates. This first option is if you've created a video and it's professionally done, or even if it's done on an iPhone, but you've already added branding elements to it, it's ready to go, it's polished. You can go ahead and select this, upload it. This option here is a video you've created, but you haven't had the chance to add branding elements. Maybe you haven't been able to pull something from Hustle. You can select this option and we will then add branding elements to it for you. So these can be done in horizontal landscape or vertical. So let's say it's a horizontal. You click this one. If you hear a dog snoring in the background, it's because it's a 70-pound pit bull we've rescued, and she is currently in a really good mood. But back to this. If you are able to upload a video that doesn't have branding elements on it, you can add branding elements from graphics, change colors, include soundtracks, put a logo in, change your photo, all that good stuff. Let me show you how this works. Okay, so let's say you're uploading a custom video. You've pulled something directly from Hustle or you have your own. You simply go to choose file, upload the MP4. We'll give you a little indication that this one's a little lengthy. It's over 60 seconds, but that's okay. Our system will take it. Our guidance is anywhere from, a brief 15-second video all the way up to a minute is ideal. You can change the social text. And then next, just like every other AdWorks campaign, these video ads are clickable. Any part in the video, you don't have to put a button on it. It is every single part of the video is clickable. Where do you want to drive clicks? You throw in your specific URL, and then you're uploading contacts. Here you're going to see some options. You're going to see a follow-up boss integration. You can download your contacts from KV Core, or you can simply upload a file. I've got an example file here. This file I uploaded has different data in it, right? It's got emails, it's got phone numbers, it has addresses. Don't feel like you need to clean up your spreadsheet too much. Our system will deduplicate, it will remove errored emails. Don't wait until your list is perfect, because at any time you can remove people, you can add people, literally at any time throughout the campaign. So let's say you've uploaded your list, and at this point I've got 475 unique contacts, and I want them to see this, around 2 times a week. I really want to push this listing out there. So I'm going to run 5,000 views per month. And you can just drag that slider, drag it back. One really great thing about video, specifically with Sphere, is we have now a monthly option. So in the past, everything was quarterly and 3-month campaigns. You got a discount if you went annual. You still get all of that, but we now have a monthly option, which many folks have been taking advantage of. And then if you scroll down slightly, if you see this have a coupon code, click to apply. You go ahead and type in Hustle. We'll go ahead and continue to discount that. And then you just simply check out, and it's as easy as that. So quick recap, we now have the ability to run 3 different types of campaigns: video ads for your listings, geo-targeted, video ads for listings targeting your sphere, and then branded videos like agent-centric branding, team-centric branding running directly to your sphere. These 2 up here have the ability to target and provide reporting to your seller, where this one down here is more about you or the team, and it's not listing specific. So let me stop there, and I will pop back here. Will, if you are monitoring that chat, is there any questions that have come through that are useful?
Yeah, one of the questions that I answered it in the Q&A is the maximum video length, and that is 2 minutes. So as Keith said, we recommend probably no more than 60 seconds and a minimum of about 15, but you can go up to 2 minutes. And then, Keith, another thing I wanted to point out, if you don't mind, is No matter the length of campaign that you choose, whether it's a month, a quarter, a year, you can always actually change the creative during that time as well. So a lot of agents will, buy a 3-month or a 1-year campaign, knowing that, well, I'm just going to be advertising, this particular listing for 3 weeks or 4 weeks or however long it takes me to sell it. And then once it's sold or it's under contract, they're switching out, their next listing or another listing that they want to promote the content for that in that campaign. So
I think that's a great call out. I appreciate you mentioning that. I think that's probably the largest benefit outside of, obviously promoting listings and advertising and marketing yourself is everything about these are pretty flexible in that your content and your message can stay relevant, whether the market changes, or maybe you want to give community highlights or neighborhood highlights showing that you're kind of that, local expert. You can change the video every 2 weeks if you wanted to, or once a month. Some people don't want to be in the business of being a video content creator and completely understand that. But with hustle and with the ability to just shoot these with an iPhone, the freshening up of videos or keeping videos very relevant is easier than ever. Maybe it's holiday messaging when it's time, or maybe you have specific an event coming up you want to promote. Anything you can think of to kind of drive home that message and authentically stay in front of your sphere. Yeah, you can swap it out as often as you'd like.
Another question in the chat: does the video automatically play and loop when someone comes across your ad while they're browsing on the web, or do they have to click on the video for it to play?
That's a great question. Let's show you what this looks like in real time. They do not have to click on the video to play. If you can see this, this is our local news channel, WRALnews.com. As you can see, there's kind of these old static ads of the shoes on the side. This is your video that will pop up. Now they can scroll down and it might stop, but the video automatically plays. If you're on Instagram, same thing, scrolling, autoplay, and any part of this video is clickable. That's a great question.
Yep. And just like our other ads, when they do click on it, we're driving them to our URL of your choice. If it's a listing, could be the listing post. If it's you branding yourself, maybe it lands on your personal page. So that follows our rules about all of our other display ads as well.
Yeah, and also very timely news. We know you guys have gone through a rebrand. All the templates for any Adwerx campaign, whether it's video ads, obviously you're creating those or creating them in Hustle, which hopefully has updated branding already. But our previous campaigns, everything has been updated with new branding. So that has been taken care of for you guys as well.
One other question, this is more general, is how do we edit our profile? Keith, can you walk through Madeline's here and show that?
Yeah, sure. So a few different ways that you can do this. If you're simply talking about email addresses, passwords, you come down to this settings tab and you can do that. Or if you go to edit profile under your name, you can change anything in here. Okay, so from phone to images, your website URL, anything you can think of. I would say if you have any trouble with any of this, we do have a pretty robust team. They're very used to REMAX, whether you're stateside or our friends up north in Canada. Use our chat. These are people. We are not AI bots. They will walk you through it. There's live chat. You can call us. We have a wonderful help center here where you can literally walk through different types of products. You click on individual since you're not a brokerage, or if you are, you can go to the admin. And there's great videos, great information in here to help you. But I would really encourage you to reach out to our team, whether it's questions about your account, whether it's, hey, I'm having a little bit of an issue launching this campaign. We are certainly here to help.
All right, another great question. Do all listings, I'm assuming this is regarding the video listing ads, are there summaries sent to my seller for that type of campaign?
That's a great question. So looking back at the create new ad tab, when you have these different options for video ads, again, there's two different options for listings. One is the video will play in that 15-mile radius of the property, just like our other listing campaigns. And the other is this video ad instead is going to target my sphere, my contacts. Both of these options, when you add your seller's email, we target them as they're browsing with their own home and provide them reporting. This one down here does not. This is purely a brand campaign. It's not listing specific. It's more about kind of you and again the team. This one will not provide reporting. So if you're gonna launch a video ad specifically for a listing, one of these two is the way to go.
Yep, good question there. Next question in the chat: where do we advertise in Canada? And this is a big one for a lot of our partners up there. And Keith, we might have a specific document we can share with you, Julian.
Yeah, I think that would be best. There's always some interesting advertising rules that are different in the United States and Canada. Will, if you don't mind just grabbing Julian's name, we'll go ahead and get you that information. And maybe we can attach that to the follow-up email.
Yep, we'll do.
A lot of good questions. Any other questions?
Someone asked about, they might have seen this in the My Campaign side about retargeting. That's a little off topic from this presentation, but I think we have a couple minutes to talk about it.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't stop streaming here in about 3 seconds. Let's see what happens once it hits 1:30. Okay, I have to manually stop. That's great. Let's do this. Say that one more time, Will. What was the question?
It was about retargeting and the get retargeting code that's in the My Campaign section.
Oh, that's a great question. So website retargeting is a little bit different than what we're talking about today. Website retargeting runs your ads to anyone who's visited your web page, or really any page that you are able to place these pixels on. So we don't care how that traffic gets there, whether it's a Google search, you meet them and they type in your specific web address. Maybe they get there from an AdWorks campaign. It doesn't really matter how they get there. When they leave, we then follow them around with your specific ad. The action on your end is you would basically create, let me see if I can show this. Will, are you still able to see the My Campaigns page, or does it stop sharing? Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
can you see this?
got it.
Okay, so what you'd want to do is you'd create a retargeting campaign, digital ads for retargeting. And once you do, you go through this funnel just like you would any other AdWorks product, kind of go throughout the process. The difference is you're creating on this step an audience, and you'd want to name that audience like homepage or listings or whatever that page that you're pixeling. And once you do, you will have this option about, it says get retargeting code. You'd create a new audience. Again, it's like a homepage. And what we'll do is we'll give you a pixel, which is just like a snippet of code that you would have to have that placed on your web page. We don't have the ability to place that code on your web page since we don't run your website, but this little specific code, all you have to do is copy and paste that in the same area that you like almost do Google Analytics tracking. It should be extraordinarily easy for your web provider to do that, but it is a good first practice and it's not exorbitantly expensive unless you have wildly high web traffic. And in that case, then, things are going well. Yeah, I mean, retargeting, I would reach out to our team if you want to start a retargeting campaign just to make sure that all these pixels are placed properly and we're retargeting the correct audience. our team is really good at doing that, and we probably want to make it as easy as possible on you to execute it. All right. Well, we're a little bit over. Will, is there any other pressing questions?
One was about uploading a video, but having to split the screen to try to drag the video to upload. That's from Melissa. Melissa, I would try to upload it. There's a click to upload option when you upload your video, instead of dragging the file into that space. And
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
Get there to demonstrate this.
Yep. Let's say I removed a video. Sometimes the click and drag option, I would choose this choose file where you can literally just select the file.
Yep. So uploading the file from your finders is generally easier, so you don't have to try to split your screen and drag it over.
Yep. Great questions. Great questions. Anything else? All right, just a quick reminder, and we'll let you guys go. We know we're a minute or two over here. Wonderful questions, awesome attendance. I love the REMAX network. You guys are amazing. We want to pass along some additional discounts as we launch this new product for you guys. Until the 18th, you've got Hustle on any of your Sphere or video campaigns, and then to the larger REMAX network to the 30th. If you use Engaged Sphere, you'll get an additional 15% off. If you have any questions, please reach out. We'll send the recording out. We'll send some follow-up info, and we hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.